What can you threaten black people with that we haven't already lived through before? We already couldn't go to your schools. We already couldn't live in your neighborhood. We already couldn't shop in your store. We already had to sit in the back of the bus. We already filled out your jail. We already had our zip codes redlined. We already had our votes suppressed. We already had our families separated. We already had our men profiled. We already had our women objectified. What you think you gonna do new that's gonna be able to intimidate us? Black people got soundtrack music. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. It is their master plan to make you live in fear so you don't fight back, so you don't lift up your voice, so you don't kick against the prick. Fear is the only weapon that white supremacy has.
You people out there in the world that don't like black folk, let me tell you something. Y'all still look at black folk as 400 years ago as the help, which they never should have been considered. They're the healers. They've always been the healers. They'll bring you understanding. They'll bring you consideration. They'll bring you respect. They'll bring you kindness. They'll bring you understanding for who the f you are. Pay attention, listen, and learn. Look past the skin tone, and you'll see a person that can bring out more in you as a person than you ever knew you could be. Pay attention to every bit of what the f I just said. If you look past a skin tone, like you mother never should in the first place, you'll learn so much more about your God self than you ever knew you could. Because when everybody in the world hated them, they did nothing but love themselves unconditionally. You can learn from that, I promise you. And if you don't, there's no motherfucking hope for you. None. Whatsoever. Whatsoever, bitch. Let me tell you something about race. So they say, if it ain't white, it ain't right. Well, guess what? If it ain't black, it ain't fucking fact. Because that white paper don't got shit about it until them black words are put on that motherfucker. Did you hear what I just said? If it ain't white, it ain't right. Well, if it ain't black, it ain't fact. Because that white paper you're looking at blankly don't mean shit to nobody without the black words that are on it to give you the education you must need. Pay attention to people and not to what you see on the outside, and you might learn something in your life. You might be able to upgrade yourself, and you might have an understanding of some shit you never knew you were possible of understanding. It's called reality, not delusion. It's called love. It's called inclusivity. It's called unity. It's called human race, respect for the human regard. Not being a selfish ass because you have a fucking view about it you don't understand or comprehend in the first place. You just want to run with a sociological norm because you want to feel special.
Hey, white people, why does having a white majority in this country matter so much to you? We've definitely been able to determine that the reason why, I'm going to say all the policies, but all these executive orders, all of these ideas that are being put out by this administration, all are traced back to how can we keep a white majority in this country? If things stay the way that they are, if demographics continue to move in the direction that they are right now, by 2045, white people will no longer be the majority of this country. We will be less than 50% of the population. This terrifies most white people in this country. And my question is why? I truly don't understand why this is a problem. I don't understand why white people are willing to put humanity aside in order to strive to maintain the majority. So honestly, if you feel this way, that yes, white people must be the majority of the United States, tell me why. Enlighten me. I really don't understand.
Hey lovelies, welcome back to Afrojudy. I hope you all are doing great and fine wherever you are watching this video from. So today's topic might ruffle some feathers, but it needs to be said. Some palm-colored people are so much scared of black excellence. And before we continue, this video is for educational purposes only. So, black excellence shines in each and every corner of the world, from art, music, politics, science, entrepreneurship, like name them. It really shines in each and every corner of the world, and it's triggering some people. And it's not even something new that some people are triggered by the black excellence. It's something which was baked in the DNA of systems built on racial inequality. So let's unpack this episode together, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Kindly give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you're coming across Afrojudy's channel for the very first time.
If you take nothing else from this speech, know that you are enough. Know that you are worthy. The mere fact that you are in the space changes the very space. So it's not you. It's not you. You know how they used to send those Dear John letters? It's not you. It's me. It's not you. It's them. Because your excellence has put a spotlight on mediocrity. The fact that you are sitting here today rejects the narrative that has been long been told about black people. But you see, there is this African proverb, and it says, until the story of the hunt is told by the lion, the tale of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. So we know who we're talking about here. For centuries, even up until today, white people have attempted to write the history and narrative but for black people. But now today, you have the pen. You get to write the story. You get to tell your side. You are in control of the narrative. You don't need anybody's permission to be great. You don't need anybody's approval to walk into your destiny. Do you know the shoulders that you are standing on? Didn't I tell you about Elijah Marsh, the co-founder of Simmons, born into slavery, learned how to read, and taught others who were enslaved how to read? And then he was the first black person hired to teach at a school in Simpsonville. You stand on the shoulders of William Simmons. When William was young, his mother escaped slavery with her 3 kids. So you already know how his family got down. William went on to be an apprentice for a dentist, took some time to serve in the Union Army, came back to be a dentist again, and thought, you know what I just might do? I just might be the president of Simmons College. Black people are some bad, shut your mouth. You stand on the shoulders of black men and women who fought to make spaces for you so that you could shine in your brilliance. When they tell the story, they tell it one way. But we know that black people have left their fingerprints all over this nation. Let's just check it out. We invented the fold-out bed, the folding chair, potato chips, the light bulb, blood transfusions, protected mailbox, pacemakers, video games, cataract removal, the tissue holder, any movie with 3D special effects, super soaker guns, the elevator, the microphone, refrigerated trucks, the traffic signal, the cell phone, the ice cream scooper, the dustpan, the squeeze mop, the clothes dryer, the ironing board, home security systems. The list of our contributions to society is endless. That is because of our excellence. Our brilliance has changed the very course of modern day society. And I know you're going to love this here, President Cosby, and then I'm done. I know what they wonder. What else can we do to them? We have tried it all. Nothing seems to work. Enslaved for 100 years, that didn't break them. Black codes, that didn't break them. Jim Crow, that didn't break them. Lynchings, that didn't break them. Mass incarceration, that didn't break them. What manner of people is this? We have tried everything, and still they rise. We have committed every possible atrocity we can think of, and still they rise. We have disenfranchised them, and still they rise. Made it illegal for them to read. They went on to be the presidents of HBCUs. Still they rise. We redlined them, and still they rise. We placed them in food deserts, and still they rise. We dropped crack in their communities, and still they rise. We divided up their families, and still they rise. We denied them adequate health care, and still they rise. Denied them reparations, and still they rise. We broke down their institutions, and still they rise. How? How is it possible that they are still standing? Well, let me tell you, it's the same way that building on Simmons campus that Dr. Cosby took me to is still standing today. Every brick intact, still standing. Even when the storms came, still standing. Even when it rained, still standing. We may bend, but we don't break. Black people do everything with excellence. It's simply in our DNA. We don't dwell in the realm of mediocrity. We stand on the shoulders of space makers. We stand in the footprints of giants. Black excellence should be celebrated. Black people, y'all, every single graduate are some of the most amazing, brilliant, intelligent, extraordinary people in the world. Our strength and resilience are unparalleled. I love everything about our blackness, and every day, especially today, I wake up, I'm going to celebrate it with my whole heart, unapologetically. So no matter what they say, be excellent anyway. No matter what they do, be great anyway. Don't apologize. Don't ever apologize for your brilliance. Embrace your excellence. Take up space. Know you're worthy. Know where you came from, and still continue to stand. Thank you.
They need us and not the other way around.
Many white people believe that people of color need them. But in reality, white people have always relied on the blood, sweat, and tears of black and brown people. Black and brown people have been exploited for centuries. This country was built on the backs of black Americans and the graves of Native Americans. White people have benefited from this exploitation and used it to build their wealth and power. Many white people, including Trump supporters, believe that America was made for the white man. They believe that white people are superior to people of color and they have a right to dominate them. Some might say white supremacy ideology is a mental health issue because it is based on irrational and delusional beliefs that are not based on reality or evidence. White supremacists suffer from a severe case of cognitive dissonance. This is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes. They also exhibit narcissistic personality disorder, which is an inflated sense of their own importance, deep need for excessive admiration and attention, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others. Some of the symptoms of white supremacist disorder are denial of facts, projection of insecurities, grandiose sense of entitlement, lack of empathy and remorse. White supremacist disorder needs to be treated through psychotherapy, education, and social intervention. However, white supremacists are often resistant to change or help, and may resort to extremism or violence to defend their beliefs. Thus, they also pose a serious threat to the well-being and safety of themselves and others, and need to be monitored and prevented from harming anyone. This is where my woke white brothers and sisters come in. Use your white privilege to help change hearts and minds. You don't have to be a certified medical professional to treat white supremacy disorder. You just have to be willing to not show someone the underside of your boot.
So guys, welcome back. So let's be real fast. Not all palm colored people are scared of the black success. Some of them really celebrate the black excellence, but some are still triggered by the black success. And it's not because of what black people have done. It's because of what it says about the system they benefit from. And also the system teaches them to associate power and success with whiteness and to see black achievement as anomaly. And this is the main reason as to why when majority of the black people succeed, some of the palm colored people really feel offended, really feel triggered by it, because they really don't want to see black people succeeding. And it's because of the media, how the media portrays the black people. The media portrays black people as a threat and as poor and as people who can do nothing. But right now, the black success is speaking by itself globally. You've seen from the arts, the music, entrepreneurship, science, politics, it's speaking. And this is the main reason as to why some of the palm colored people are really triggered by it. For instance, if you remember the music of Kendrick Lamar, the way it sparked a lot of outrage from both parties. Like some palm colored people were so much against it, and some really loved it, and especially the message from it. And apart from Kendrick Lamar, you've seen so many artists, the musician, the politician, how they are being treated, especially the black artists, politician, musician, entrepreneurs, how they're being treated in the society. Like the best treatment they deserve from the palm colored people, they don't get it. They receive a lot of respect from their very own people. Why? Because majority of the palm colored people were taught that they should align power and success with whiteness, and all the black achievement, they should see them as anomaly. Even if you try your best as a black person, like they will see it as nothing. And it's happening everywhere. It's really happening everywhere. They really don't want to see black people succeeding. This is not only happening in the United States, even in outside the United States, other countries. If they see black people succeeding, majority of the palm colored people are always scared that these people will overtake me. These people will be better than me, and I need to do this and this. And also, that is where they will start racially profiling majority of the black people, so that it can either affect them mentally and give a pause to whatever they were doing, so that they can feel good. Like I told you on the other episode, that if these people see you doing exactly what they wanted you to do, that's when they will start feeling good. But if they see you are doing the opposite thing of whatever they expected from you, they'll really be triggered with whatever you are doing. And that's where I'm saying that majority of the palm colored people are so much scared of the black excellence. You remember during the times of Obama, what did he hear and what did he not hear? He had a lot. During the times of Kamala, there's always been a debate on the social media that Kamala is not black, Kamala is not white, Kamala is this, Kamala is that. But at the end of the day, she's still part of the black women, and the way she was being treated is not the same way the palm colored women were being treated. Whatever she has been enduring is not the same thing that the palm colored women have been enduring. So, guys, do you agree that the black excellence triggers these people? Let me know in the comment section. And guys, black people are often portrayed in extremes, either as threats or as tokens, and rarely as complex, excellent, everyday human beings. And when blacks' success is shown, it's often framed as exemptional or surprising, but it's not. It's the result of talent, work, and resilience. The media can perpetuate fear by amplifying stereotypes and even downplaying achievement, or it can help shift the narrative. And this is where the media plays all this part. Like sometimes it's so much against the black success, and you've seen how it always happen, how the blacks are being treated on the social media. In case there is something which is happening or has happened to black folk, or a palm colored person did to a black folk, you will see how the media will be playing its part. But if it was a black man or a black woman who did it to a black folk, obviously the media will also play its part there. So that is how the media portrays the black people to the palm colored people. Like, we just want to be portrayed as nothing in the society. We just want to be portrayed as a threat to other people. But when we start succeeding, it really triggers these people to a point that they just want to bring the black people down. And again, black excellence is global, visible, and undeniable. But that visibility doesn't always bring celebration. It often brings fear. The fear that a changing power structure means losing privilege. Fear that recognizing black brilliance means confronting uncomfortable truths. And for some, fear that equality feels like oppression. You know, you remember, for instance, the Black Lives Matter. Some of the palm colored people started saying that also white lives matter. Yes, we understand that all lives matter, but when black people started Black Lives Matter, you remember what happened to George Floyd? What if it was a palm colored man who was unalived by a black man? Where do you think that black woman would have been right now? If we talk about redlining, if we talk about the lynchings which is still happening in the society right now, if we talk about the mass incarceration, if you go to the prison, who are being mistreated there? Is it the palm colored people or the black people who are being mistreated there? Because from the stories I've heard, even some of the palm colored people who were part of the white supremacy group and were in the prison, they came and started deconstructing themselves from it, saying that whatever the black people are experiencing in the prison is even way worse than whatever the palm colored people are experiencing in the prison, and they have learned in a hard way. That's why they are trying to deconstruct themselves from the white supremacy group. And some of them are woke right now because they understand the system was not designed for all of them. If it was designed for all of them, right now they could have even be more privileged as compared to the black people. But right now, who is more privileged in the United States? Not all the palm colored people. That is how they are grouped according to the hierarchy. If you are middle class, if you are poor, then do you think the system will favor you more? No. So this is the main reason as to why majority of the palm colored people right now, they are trying to use their voices. They are trying to show some action, but it's still not enough. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Do you agree that the black excellence triggers majority of the palm colored people? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I really appreciate your support. I'm your presenter Judy. Until next time, peace and love.